Welcome, my dear beautiful friends, for this beautiful session of Energy Pulse. And we are going to go dig deeper into creating our healing businesses. I know most of you here are holistic healing practitioners. So, what is happening is tomorrow I have this 3 hour class that I'm offering, which is what you are seeing on your screen right now. The book is Money Isn't the Problem, You Are. So, this is an access consciousness book that I'm giving a facilitation for 3 hour class tomorrow. So, today, what we are doing here is just a small 7 slide from that presentation of tomorrow. And we are going into this concept of energy pulse. And this particular book consists of these few pages that I got, which I felt was amazing treasure for me, especially when I first learned about energy pulse. And right now, energy pulse have become one of those most important tools of all. I do energy pulse every day as if I've got addicted to it, just because of the power that it has and how quickly I am seeing the results of, when I do an energy pull, especially when I do it every day, I see so much of difference. I see new clients coming to me, automatically people getting added. For example, Unlimited Money Club itself is an example of it. I just started the Facebook group maybe 3 months back, and I'm hardly doing any kind of marketing. I'm not doing any kind of marketing, so to speak, and other than doing all of these calls and putting stuff in there, and I see that automatically the number of people keeps increasing. And this has been the case with my healing business as well. People just show up from nowhere and they feel like they are connected to me for a very long time, and I'm like, wow, all of this is amazing. And I think if I have to contribute all of this magic that I'm seeing in my world, I would rather contribute it to these energy pulls, because energy pull is so magnetic. It has got this magical power behind it. Once you start doing it, you will start seeing that magic happening in your life. That has been my experience. All right, with that short intro to energy pulls, let's get started with our presentation. As I said, this is just a small taster of tomorrow's class. If any of you are interested in the 3 hour class of tomorrow, which is just $55, by the way, you are welcome to do so. You can just message me if you're interested in joining tomorrow's class. But for today, this is just a 30-minute taster of tomorrow's class. All right, let's get started. I'm going right into, small 3 pages of the book. So this particular energy pull topic in the book starts off where this particular book was written by Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness. And he talks about how he started his Access Consciousness business, so to speak, the modality itself, when he initially created it. I hope all of you watching this know at least a little bit about access consciousness and how weird it is. We cannot even call it a healing modality, so to speak. So imagine if you are the founder or the creator of this kind of modality. How would you go about marketing it? How would you go about introducing this thing to people? When you put yourself in that position, there are so many questions that might come up. Interesting. If I'm the creator, I'm the founder of this thing called access consciousness, how would I take it out into the world? Well, this is how Gary did it. So let's get started. So Gary says before he started doing this access business, he said, so he was asking himself the question, what do I truly want to create? How does or how could this access consciousness look like? And this is the answer he got. He said, okay, I would like a job where I travel at least 2 weeks out of the month. So every month, at least 2 weeks, he would like to travel. I would like to earn $100,000 minimum a year. I would like I would like to work with really interesting people and never get bored. I would like work that's always changing, expanding, and getting more fun. So this is how in his mind, in his way of explaining what this stuff is going to be like, or how his lifestyle would look like if he is starting off this kind of a business. So that picture. So now I would love to ask you this question. All of you are building your healing business. How would you like your healing business to look like? How many hours a day would you like to work on it? How many hours a day, or what kind of people would you like to work with? How would you like each of your healing sessions to feel like? Would you be traveling around the world and facilitating or healing people? Or would you be sitting in your house or doing it online or doing it locally? How would you like it to be like? Unless you have that clear picture, you cannot manifest it. So the universe wants a clear picture from you so that the universe can help you create it. So the first question here then becomes the clarity. So just like how Gary is describing it here, how much money would you like to make from your healing business per year? How many hours a day would you like to work? What kind of people would you like to have? How many clients would you like to do sessions with? So get clear on how this picture is going to look like. So that's the first step. Let's move on to see what Gary says. I would like a job that is about facilitating people in becoming more conscious and more aware of what they would like to create in their lives. So once again, now we are talking about what kind of results would you like your clients to have, or what kind of effect would you like your healing business to have in this world on people, right? So in his words, it was about facilitating people to become more conscious. In your definition, in your words, what is it that you would like to achieve through your healing business? What kind of benefits would you like to gift your clients? Okay, so that's the second question. I hope some of you are writing it down. Third, those are the things I wanted. So these are the things that he wanted from his access consciousness healing business that he was building at that time. So now, once he had all of that clear, then he says, I stuck a little bubble of that, of all of this that he described, the energy of it, in front of me. And then I pulled energy into it from all over the universe until I felt it growing stronger. And then I let little tricks of energy out to all those people who might be looking for me and didn't know it. So now we are talking about the clients. Give me a second. So here he speaks about inviting people. So once you have a clarity, once you have all of those, your visions clear, okay, this is how I want my business to be, this is how I would love it to be, these are the type of people I would love it to have in my business, to have as my clients, etc. Now you have all of that crystal clear. And once you have that, then it's about putting this energy ball in front of you, bringing in that energy into this ball, and we will do a live energy pull at the end of the session. But anyways, now we are learning the concept. Okay, so you have this energy ball, you're pulling in the energy of all of that into this. And he also says he let trickles of energy out to those people meaning those clients, those customers, the students, the participants who are interested and didn't know it. Meaning, your clients who are gonna come to you at this moment, they might not even know that they want you, that they would like to have your session, right? So when you intentionally make this energy and leave these trickles of energy in all of them, that helps them to follow and come to you. That helps them find you. So that's what this energy pull is, and that's how you leave trickles of energy in all of these people. I will explain it once again. Next, every time I encountered something in life that had those aspects to it or that feeling to it, I did it. What does that mean?
So let's say I'm building my healing business and I am looking for people who are in a transformational stage at this time, right? And specifically, I'm talking about my target market who are healers themselves, who have learned multiple different holistic healing modalities, and they are ready to start offering these sessions to the world, but for some reason they have some blocks, they have some limitations in them that doesn't allow them to get there. So my tools, my classes, my sessions, everything that I offer is for that group of people. Helping them cross the bridge, so to speak, is my strength, let's say. It's what I would love to contribute to this world. So as you can see here, I am that specific. I'm not saying, oh, I would love to help all the 8 billion people in the world. I have all of these healing tools. Anybody who can come to me, I'm ready to heal them. When I keep it that open, it's difficult for the universe to actually pinpoint who is it that who are ready for me and send it to me. Instead, I ask myself thousands of questions to help myself be crystal clear at exactly what kind of people am I looking for. And when I place that order to the universe, now I ask the universe, send me people who have completed multiple different holistic healing modalities, who are amazing, who have beautiful, amazing talents, who are ready to get into the world and show themselves to the world, who have amazing potencies to change this world, but there are certain limitations in them that doesn't allow them to take that step and keep it out into the world. Bring me exactly that group of people. I have the tools, I have the classes, I have the sessions, I have the abilities and gifts and potencies to help them. Bring them to me. When I am that clear, now universe goes like, we got you. Here are, 20 people exactly as how you demanded. So, are you willing to ask for exactly what you want, exactly what type of clients you want, exactly how much income you would like to have, exactly how many hours a day would you like to work in your business, how much would you like to travel? All right. So once you have that specific, clear, crystal clear stuff, now you put that energy ball in front of you, bring that energy, and then pull those universal energy threads. So pulling energy feels like energy threads. So especially when we are doing the energy pull today, so this energy ball in front of you consists of all of those crystal clear picture that you would like to manifest, and then you would imagine this entire universe like a globe around you. All right, and you as an infinite being, you would, so I'm just explaining you what goes in my imagination when I'm doing it. So now I see myself as this huge, humongous circle, as a ball, infinite being that I am. And let's say my human body, I just see it as light, right? So, especially in my heart, I feel there's this light coming out that encompasses this entire huge, infinite energy ball that I am. And similarly, the same energy ball, the outskirts of it, I see this entire universe, whatever we want to call it as. And now, through that stuff, the outer skirts circle, globe, I see energy threads coming from that, especially in front of me, in kind of even sides of me and front of me, right? And then I see it going inside this ball. This ball is right in front of my heart when I'm doing it. And all of these energy threads kind of comes in all direction, front, up, side, kind of in front in all directions. And it enters into this ball. It goes straight into my heart. Okay. So then I allow it to go behind my back and it is circulating around me in 360-degree. It goes straight out of my back. It circles around, cycles around, goes back to that same outskirt that I'm talking about, and then it comes back again towards me. The second time when I cycle it, the energy threads now, which are like thousands of threads that's going into my heart, now I see it expanding throughout my entire body. And now every single cell, I feel like as if there is a thread that goes in and it comes out. All right. So now I have, threads all around my body, so to speak, that goes out and circling and cycling around. And the third time it comes in, I see it multiplying millions of times, which covers this entire infinite being that I am. So now I see those threads everywhere around me throughout this entire infinite being, the energy ball that I feel I am. So those are how my imaginations look like. I'm giving you just a PS here. It need not have to be same for you. In your mind, in your imagination, it could be a little different. You might be seeing different colors, or for some of you, your image might be blank, black. Instead, you will have some kind of sensing in your skin. You know it. You know it's happening. You might not be seeing it. So every single one of us are different. Your experience is going to be different. I'm sharing my images just to help you, you know, understand how this concept or how this thing works. Okay, with that, let's move on to the next stop point here. So now he's talking a little different thing here, which is every time I encountered something in my life that had those aspects to it or that feeling to it, I did it, whether it made any sense to me or not. What does that mean? Okay, now I have set my intention. I have set the universe exactly what kind of clients I'm looking for. I am doing this energy pull. And let's say tomorrow afternoon, I get a feeling to go to a particular grocery shop that I have never gone to ever. But it's a feeling. It feels like I want to go there. I have nothing to buy. I have nothing specific to do there, but still I'm getting a feeling. And this feeling feels like the same kind of, let's say, love or freedom or excitement, right? When I'm doing this energy pull, when I'm seeing this beautiful business that I'm building during my energy pulls, there is that inner feeling of excitement. I have no words to it, but it feels like my cells are dancing, in other words. So when I get that same feeling with anything that's happening in my reality, I sense that feeling. Oh, this feeling seems to be that same feeling that I usually have when I'm doing the energy pulse. I do not know what is taking me here. I just want to go there. And I do it anyways, whether it makes sense or not. I hope now that statement is clear. Every time I encountered something in life that had those aspects to it or that feeling to it, I did it, whether it made any sense to me or not. I did a lot of different things, but each thing I did led me closer to doing what I am doing today. So every time he follows that feeling, he was taken one step closer to building that healing business, the dream that he had. Anything that felt like what I was asking for, I would do. So in this case, let's say I'm receiving an email for someone to contact me, somebody wants to talk to me. I do not know this person. He or she found me from somewhere and he or she says, "Oh, I would love to talk to you." And again I get that same feeling that my cells are dancing, my I feel light. In other words, those of you who have already attended some of my classes, you would know what is light and heavy. So anytime I feel that light feeling, I go with it. I'm like, okay, there's something coming up. I do not know who this person is, but for some reason he or she wants to talk to me. I'm going to take this up. I'm going to do this. I know I'm busy. I have schedules, but still this feels light to me. I'm going to take this call. So every time we are following that feeling, and each of these feelings that we are following takes us one step closer to that healing business that we are building. Okay. Anything that felt like what I was asking for, I would do, and that would lead me to the next thing. It was because of this that I ended up with access. Already. Okay, there are a few questions here. Shipra asks, can our feeling be wrong also? Okay. The word wrong here usually comes from our mind because it's, as some of you would already know, anytime we are using the words right or wrong or good or bad, all those four statement words basically are the words of our mind, and it's usually a judgment that our mind puts in front of us. So just want to mention that. But I do not have ever had my feelings take me in the wrong direction, so to speak. When I start trusting my feelings, this feels like my heart is dancing. I just want to go here. When I think about it, it feels excited. There's something here that excites me. I'm just going to do it. I don't care what the results are, I'm just going to do it. So when we start feeling that trust in our feelings, and whenever we feel that dancing, that excitement, or that lightness in our bodies, in our hearts, specifically, it's the heart area that feels that lightness. Okay. And tomorrow in this particular book has the light and heavy tool that I will be explaining in detail. But answer to the question, feelings have never taken me in the wrong direction. Okay. Next, I did that and I started using the tools that have become Access. Since then, Access has grown unto itself by word of mouth. 99% of the 99% of the people who come to Access Consciousness, hear about it from a friend and they grab it and they go with it. Why does it grow like that? Because I am open to it, because I'm willing to receive whatever it is, and because I will step out of my comfort zone and become something else. So once you start doing that energy pulls, I also feel energy pull opens up our heart. Usually our heart is in a closed position because we are not taught how to receive. But energy pull is a beautiful way in which we start learning to receive and open our hearts. When our heart is open, now we can start receiving new clients, new information, new possibilities that the universe is showing us. Okay, next slide here. Ask the universe to help. Ask the universe to help you. Okay, so how would you talk to the universe? Okay, I would like a job that has this in it, and this, and this, and this. So you're saying all of those conditions you have. And then start pulling energy into this vision from all over the universe until it feels like it's getting bigger. Then let trickles go out to all of those people that are looking for you and they don't know it yet. Every time something that feels like that vision shows up in your life, just go for it. That is a quick summary of what he explained in the previous slide. All things are possible. You are an unlimited, infinite being. You have unlimited possibilities. Choose what you would like to have in your life. I like to highlight that word choose. It's your choice. Are you willing to choose to that specific, even that small full stop? Are you willing to choose it? So when you make that choice, when you be clear, when you demand it to the universe can deliver it to you. So choose it. Allow yourself to make the choice exactly how you want it to be. And that's the first step towards manifesting it. Okay, another quick topic here is how can I use my talents and abilities to create money? All of this is coming from the same book, Money Isn't the Problem, You Are. Many years ago, so now we are talking a little away from it, but I felt today this is going to be a contribution to each of you. So, the talents and abilities. Many years ago, I had an upholstery business. Gary is talking about his business that he had, and I discovered I had what turned out to be a unique talent. I could look at a client's carpet or drapes or whatever. I could look or whatever, and I would know exactly what colors were going to be needed to go with them. and I could keep a clear picture of them in my mind. Would I charge for it? So now he's talking about the specific skill that he had, and the skill was he was able to look at client's carpet or sofa or whatever color they had in their house, and he had that specific color in his mind even for years. And when he goes out, he has that ability to kind of connect, oh, this specific client had this specific, brown color sofa which had this shade in it, and this particular curtain that I'm seeing in this store matches exactly the same color. I'm going to call up this client and inform her that I have found something for her. So that was his specific skill. And now he asks, was he willing to charge for it? And the answer at that time was no, he wouldn't. And why was it? I didn't recognize this ability as anything special. Is that a special skill? Would you value that skill? Would you be willing to charge money for that skill? And he says, I figured anybody else could do what I could do and so couldn't be worth any money. That's the way it often is with our abilities and talents. So, the moral of the story that I'm trying to convey here is, what are your talents and abilities that you feel is not a valuable skill? It comes to you so easily that you feel like, oh, I cannot charge money for that particular skill that I have. I cannot provide it as a service to the world. Anybody can do that. What if your talents and abilities are so easy for you that it feels like, oh, anybody can do it, nobody would be willing to pay money for that? Okay, he says they come to us so easily, we don't think any of them. We don't think any of them. We don't see the value they have to others. What's the one thing? So here is a question. What is the one thing that you could do so fringing easily that it takes no effort? What is so easy for you that you think that anybody could do it? Of course, the reality is that nobody else can. You have to start asking yourself, okay, what's the talent and ability, the thing that I can do so easily that I think that it has no value. It's that thing, the one that you could do easily, the thing that you think has no value, that is probably the most valuable talent that you have. If you start to use it to create money, you will be amazingly successful. I'm going to give you my own example here. What do you think is my skill that I am presenting to you right now? Well, last year, halfway through, I understood that I had this specific skill of reading a particular book and explaining it to people in a way that it strikes in a different way for them. And I was doing it as a hobby because I just love doing these presentations of books. But I never thought that I can monetize that skill until half of last year. And then I do not know, I think it was in between somewhere, I felt like every time I did this presentation, I explained something for people. I read the book and I explain it. My heart dances. I'm so excited. I just love doing it. Even if nobody pays for it, I don't care. I'm doing it just because I love it. I just love it. And I went like, okay, this is amazing. And I started offering it and I started hearing people's feedback. And they were all like, some of them told me, Vishnu, your presentations are so amazing. If I once hear it, it just prints in my mind. And if I read the book by myself, I know no way close am I able to understand it in that way. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. How can I build a business out of this now? How can I monetize the skill that I have? So this is an example in my life how this particular slide I have used to tap into my own unique skill. And I was thinking, who would pay for reading book and teaching it to them? Everybody can read the book by themselves and understand it. Why would somebody pay me for teaching them what's already in the book, the same book that they can buy on Amazon and read it for themselves? That was one of my most important challenges of all, but feels like now I have overcome that. And I started asking, what if there is value in this specific skill that I have? How can I monetize it? And there came the new door that opened. As you know, right now this is has become one of my major businesses of all. So ask yourself, what is that one thing that you truly absolutely love to do, and what is it that you feel that nobody would be ready to pay you for it? And ask, how can I monetize the skill? Because every skill you have, every talent you are born with, you are given that so you can monetize it. Are you willing to monetize your skills? Are you willing to monetize your talents and abilities? Okay, so I went a little bit off from the energy pull, but I feel I was still in line with helping you build your healing business. Each of you, even though we are all in same healing business, each of you would have some specific turn to it, some specific unique skill that you can bring in to your healing business, that makes your business unique, that makes you unique. So one last slide that I have for you here is, how do you pull energy? Right. I have some comments here that I'm looking at. Thank you, Jackie. How beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for all your beautiful messages here. She says, your love for people to learn, your ability to teach. Thank you. And Julie says, I have no skills, which is, in Access consciousness point of view, it is a conclusion. Instead of you asking, I have no skills, which is not a question, can we now change it to a question? What skills do I possess? When you ask question, now there is possibility of you actually getting the answer to it. When you say, I have no skills, it's a full stop. There isn't anything, the doors are closed. It's a conclusion. As I said, the word here is conclusion. When you have a conclusion, there are no doors in front of you. But when you can change your conclusion into a question, what skills do I possess? Do I even have skills? Universe, show me, what skills do I possess? What are the skills that I can monetize? When you change it into a question, now thousands of doors can open up. Now you are empowering the universe to show you the possibilities in which you can monetize your skills, in which you can, first of all, acknowledge your skills in the first place. All right, so I hope that was a contribution to you. Okay, the last slide here. How do you pull energy? Right, so all of us have this question before we start doing energy pulls. Okay, how do I even pull energy? I have never done that before. Here is the answer. And sorry, I have a simple answer to that question. And the answer is, how do you pull energy? You just ask the energy to pull. Yep, that's the answer. You, as the creator of your reality, is humongously powerful. If there is another word to it, I would love to use that. Anyways, you are so damn powerful. You ask and it gets done. That's how powerful you are. Are you willing to acknowledge that power in you? And are you willing to ask, not from a victim perspective, but from a creator perspective, and be the demand? You say, oh, energy pull, and it happens. Are you willing to be that? Are you willing to ask it to happen? Okay, so that's my invitation to you for today. Anyways, you just ask the energy to pull. Someone recently told me how it worked with a policeman. She got pulled over for speeding and she sucked energy. This sucking energy from the policeman is the same, which is pulling energy.
Okay, I'm going to give you a quick example in my case. I recently had to go to a police, what is it? Station, a police station, for some reason, 2 months back actually, for an interesting reason, by the way. Anyways, and we know how normally, especially in my country, policemen are I do not know how to describe, but very kind of rigid, if that's the word. They do not talk in a way that would feel like supporting you. They talk in the opposite way. So there is, I feel, energetically speaking, there is so much barriers that they have all around them, the walls that they have up against that we can't even, communicate to them. So what I did was I knew that I'm going to the police station. I knew the people there are, having their walls and barriers up. And I want something to get done here. What I did, I was standing right in front of the policeman like that. And I was pulling energy. And for me, I have this, eyes that I have, whatever point of view you have about my eyes. I'm like looking straight into their eyes and I'm like, okay, energy pull. And I'm like sucking energy as a vampire. I'm like, like that. And it was like 2 days down the line, everything got done. I never had to go back there again. My stuff was done, and exactly what I wanted was done. And the first day, this policeman who had been very vocal, the second day, he was so silent. He looks at me like, okay, this girl has come in. I just have to get it done for her. So I invite you to this possibility. Anybody whom you see in your world has that kind of barriers up against, especially people who trigger you, people who you have that kind of resistance with. It can be your clients, it can be your partner, it can be your children, it can be your pet, anybody. Look at them straight in their eyes and ask the energy to be pulled. And you feel like as if you are this vampire or whatever in your words. And you feel like you are sucking their energy, like this stuff goes in. And again, energetically speaking, what's happening is that energy pull, energy comes from them, goes through you, circling it around, goes through them again, and you're pulling them again. And this goes on and on and on. When that happens, all these barriers and walls and the resistance and the trigger that they have, it just melts down. They just cannot withstand, your energy, and whatever needs to be done for you gets done like that. Okay, that's a secret. Never say it to anybody else, by the way. Okay, so someone recently told me how it worked with a policeman. She got pulled over for speeding and she sucked energy. Instead of giving her a ticket, the policeman said, don't do it again. You can use this in all kinds of places. As long as you suck energy from someone, they cannot do their aggressive behavior towards you. Aggression stops when you pull energy. Okay, one of the things you can do to practice this is go into a coffee shop, some place where there are lots of people, just stand to the side of the door and pull energy from every people in the place until they all turn around and look at you. I literally did the same thing. So I went out for a restaurant on Jan 1st of this year. And this was like a luxury place that I have never ever been to, that kind of luxurious kind of a place. And I was like, wow, this energy of this place is so amazing, so tempting that I want to suck this energy. And I was like literally, sucking this, pulling from every single person. And after some time, once in a while, each head started turning and looking at me, and I was like, okay, great, this thing is working. So if you want, you can try it. Okay, next, you just ask the energy to pull. So once again, if you're asking me, how do I pull energy, you simply ask the energy to be pulled. In addition to it, maybe just for my mind, you know convincing my mind perspective, I would also kind of, even with my eyes open,
I have this, let's say, the inner vision of seeing this kind of energy that's coming from them to me, and then I feel that circling happening. Again, it might not be a clear inner vision, it might be just a feeling, it might be just a knowing that it is happening. So just try it out and play around. Don't make it a serious thing, but just play around with it. Okay, people will turn and look at you and you will go, cool. That's all it takes. There's no work. It doesn't take any effort. You don't have to put too much effort into it. You ask it to happen and it happens already. And it's easy. One other trick for you, a tip for you: how do you get money that is owed to you? How many people in this world would owe you money for some reason or the other and they haven't given you yet? You can use the same trick with them as well. Sometimes people ask me, how do I get money that is owed to me? If somebody owes you money, the thing to do is to pull energy from them through every pore of your body and being until you feel your heart open up. When that occurs, you have connected with them. Then you let a little trickle to go back to them. Keep doing this every day, 24 hours a day. When he says 24 hours a day, you're not consciously doing it for 24 hours. It's not sitting and doing meditation or anything. Instead, for example, in the morning, you might do it consciously for 1 to 2 minutes. You imagine that person in front of you, you see this energy pull going, and then you ask the energy to be pulled. Okay, keep pulling this energy for the next 24 hours and you are done. Maybe in the afternoon, maybe in the evening, you remember that once again. When that remembering comes, this energy is kind of, reminding you to kind of give your conscious attention to it. And then you do it for another 1 to 2 minutes. And then again, giving the energy pull the permission to continue for the next 24 hours. When you ask it, it happens. They won't be. So what happens now when I have a specific person in mind who owes me money, let's say, and I'm pulling energy through them and circling it around, they automatically get, let's say, an energetic message of, they just remember you. They just remember you. Oh, I owe this much money to Vishnu, I just want to give it to her. That kind of feeling comes in without you calling them, without you doing anything else other than this energy pull. So they won't be able to get you off their mind until they pay you back. How does it work? When somebody owes you money, what usually happens is they put up an energetic barrier. They feel like, oh, I have this barrier, I'm hiding behind this barrier, Vishnu cannot see me. If you pull energy from them and let a trickle go back, they can't stop thinking about you. The more you think, the more they think about you, the more they feel guilty. The more guilty they feel, the more likely they are going to pay you, and it works. Again, for me, from energetic perspective, I feel when I'm pulling energy through somebody, what happens is all of those barriers that they have up against, it automatically gets pushed down because I'm pulling energy. And now they, okay, one other point here is also my willingness to receive from them. When I know that somebody owes me, I might have multiple points of view in me that doesn't allow me to receive from them. And when I'm doing this energy pull, my willingness to receive from them also increases. Their willingness to give increases. And this connection can actually help that money to be transferred from that person to me. And this is in the highest good for them as well. Because at the end of the day, if anybody owes you, it is an energetic debt. That energetic debt exists with you and with them, it affects both of you. So when you open up these barriers, allow those doors to be open and allow that money to come to you, when that transaction is complete, both of you are in energetic balance with each other. This creates much more abundance for them and for you. So it is in the highest and best good of both of you that the debt is finished. All right, so that is my contribution to you. Let's quickly do an energy pull right now. Ready for the exercise? Let's get started. Thank you, all beautiful beings. I know, as usual, I'm over time, doesn't matter. So let's close eyes and do a quick energy pull. And I would love to do this on the topic of your healing business. So for now, closing your eyes and settling down, and feel, tap into your energy field. And how big is your energy field at this time? Is it 3 meter? Is it 6 meter? Or whatever your feelings are? Just tap into that energy field that you are, that you have. And now expand that energy field throughout this entire, throughout the entire building. Expand it out into this entire planet Earth. And now expand, expand. Allow yourself to expand, and all the barriers that you have up against expanding and being the infinite being that you are, can you push your barriers down? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, for all 9 shots, boys and beyonds. That's the Access Consciousness clearing statement, by the way. Yes, and push your barriers down even more. It feels like that the walls around your heart. So push it down and allow yourself to expand now throughout this entire universe. Can you touch the horizons of the universe? And now, out of all the universes, please expand even bigger. Beautiful. And now bring in a beautiful energy ball in front of you. This is such an easy process. Do not give it any effort. You don't have to work hard for it. You already have this energy ball in front of you. And now, your healing business. How does it feel like when you have your dreams accomplished, your dream healing business already set up, the number of clients that you would like to have, the exact kind of place that you would love to do your sessions in, the traveling if you would like, the exact amount of money that you would love to receive each month as your income from your healing business. When all of that is already done, it's complete. What are those feelings? How would it feel like to have all of that? This might be just a sense of lightness. You might feel like a beautiful bird flying around the world, and that we might have to call it as freedom. So, what are those other essences? These essences are like freedom, happiness, joy, achievement, success. What are those words for you? Or it could be just the sense of peacefulness, the sense of satisfaction, the sense of safety. What is it in your world that it would feel like when you have the healing business exactly as how you would like it to be? Just feel it in your body and bring all of that into this energy ball in front of you. The sense of joy, the sense of freedom, the sense of accomplishment, that as if you've achieved something, as if your mission is complete. And it could be just a deep breathe, and that's good enough. And feel that energy in this energy ball in front of you, and now see that beautiful universe around you, and pull in energy threads that's coming out of this universe, out of the universe in front of you, goes into this energy ball and goes straight into your heart, goes out of your back, and allow that to circle and cycle around. And it's already done. And now Pull it and imagine your heart as if there's a magnet in your heart. It just attracts. Imagine how a magnet just pulls all these iron rods into it. Just a similar way, your heart, imagine that powerful magnet. And can you expand the size of that magnet and make it even more powerful now? Activate it as if. Great. And see it pulling energy like an energy magnet. It just pulls in energy. Beautiful. And you might be already sensing it in your heart. Kind of a tingly feeling, sensation in any ways it might feel like. Great. So now, allow these energy threads to multiply thousands of times, entering in through every single cell in your body. If there are these energy threads going through every single cell in your body, how would it feel like? If your entire human body is a magnet to this energy, how would it feel like? Yes, beautiful. And now pull this energy ball in front of you into your heart, merging your energy field into this magnet, into this energy ball, and allow this energy ball to spread across your entire energy field. Beautiful. And expand, allow this energy ball to expand throughout your energy field completely. And continue these energy threads now is multiplying millions of times, going across your entire energy field. And see yourself as this powerful magnet just pulling to you those clients, those ideal opportunities, those people whom you are willing to work with. They do not know yet, you do not know who it is yet, and that's completely fine. The energy knows it, the universe knows it. You just be the pull to all of this to happen. The people, place, events, things, the opportunities, the ideas, the possibilities that needs to come to you. You be the pull to it. Keep pulling it. Ask for it to be pulled, and it's already being pulled to you. Beautiful. And now leave trickles of energy. This feels like just droplets of energy in all of those people, those places, those events, those things, circumstances, situations, all of it. Leave just these drops of energy, droplets of energy, trickles of energy in all of them, and send them all a message. I am willing to receive you in my reality right now. You can come to me now. I am ready to receive. I am willing to receive you in my life right now. You can follow these energy threads and come to me right now. And anything that doesn't allow you, any points of view, any barriers, any walls that you have up against, being an invitation to all of that, let's destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, for all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Beautiful. And now give permission to this energy ball, to this energy pull. My dear energy pull, you can continue for 24 hours or longer, as long as you need. That's it. Beautiful. You can take a deep breath and come back when you're ready. Beautiful. How are you all feeling? How are you, Jackie? Beautiful. I love your smiling face. Thank you. Alrighty, so we are done for today. Any of you who are interested? Sure. Shipra, I feel it's Not heaviness, it could be also. So just keep questioning it. What is it? So when you question it, it might also feel, this energy pull when I am sure. Thank you, Jackie. I'll message you. So sorry. Yes. So when I do energy pulls, there's usually, again, sharing my experience here, I just feel like a tingly thing. I do not know how to say it, but it feels like this in my heart, like. So I feel it is also because that pull is happening. So just keep questioning it. If it is heaviness, just keep destroying and uncreating everything in my heart. It could also be because your heart is closed, that you might feel that heaviness. So all the walls and barriers that I have, I destroy and uncreate. All the points of view that I have, I destroy and uncreate. Everywhere I'm not willing to receive as well, that's what I'm getting for you, Shipra. Everywhere I'm not willing to receive, I destroy and uncreate. So keep releasing that, and you might start feeling it getting lighter as well. All right, so I am gonna see you tomorrow. If any of you are interested, you can message me for that. All right, see you all. I hope all of you loved it. Please do send me a message with any feedback you have. I love listening to all of your comments and feedbacks. Love you all. See you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.